Welcome to Raw Take, everyone, the lifeline to your unfiltered media experience. I'm your host, Gian Thomas, and this is my co-host, D. Williams, and we got a great show for y'all today. So, guys, last night we had the first presidential debate of 2020.
Oh, my God.
And it was crazy. I mean, it was a complete sling fest. Trump and Biden going at it, throwing slugs at each other. But what was the takeaway? What did we gain from it? Because if I was a normal person watching, a normal average voter watching it, there was no messaging of what they were going to do for the people. It was just, I'm gonna talk bad about you, and I'm gonna make you look bad in front of the people, and I'm gonna just call you a bunch of names, and I'm gonna interrupt you. So there was nothing of any kind of substance that was talked about on stage. There were some things, and Joe Biden did bring up a lot of good points, but some of those points was overshadowed by Trump just being an unhinged idiot and buffoon. I mean, He was just trying to steamroll Joe Biden, and I'm pretty sure that's what his debate preparation was. But what is your message for the people? I didn't hear Donald Trump say anything of substance during that. I mean, he said he bought back football. You bought back football, but there's over 200,000 people dead. You sound like a complete idiot when you say stuff like that. I mean, I think more than anything, Donald Trump showed his colors. He showed who he truly was. He showed that he's a fascist. He's a fascist. And he's a dictator, and he doesn't care about the rule of law. He talked about law and order, but I mean, he is the exact opposite of law and order.
Absolutely, man. To me, it looked like it was two kids just like going at it. When you say something bad about me, I got to say something bad about you. And I did notice a lot how Trump just basically, I don't know if he didn't answer a lot of the questions because he didn't understand that it was a question, or he just evaded the question altogether. But there was several important questions that was asked that he just totally didn't answer. Instead, he went to like something totally opposite of what the question was, and then like the moderator had to like keep coming back to the question, like, "Hey, this is the question. Can we answer this?"
Exactly.
So, man, it was almost like a slugfest of words, man.
Yeah, it really was. And man, and some of the things Donald Trump talked about when Chris Wallace asked him about ending race sensitivity training, and Donald Trump said that race sensitivity training was racist, my head just like literally just exploded. And I'm like, how the hell are you gonna say race sensitivity training is racist?
Bruh.
I mean, Donald Trump, how are you going to call the thing that's fighting against racism racist? I mean, that just goes to show that he's a racist. It's so wild, man. I mean, it's crazy.
It is, man. I thought the same thing. I'm like, wait a minute. Now, that's supposed to fix racism. How is it racist? And he wants to cut that out and say that it's teaching people to hate the country. So does that mean the country should be built on racism? Because if you teach against racism, you're teaching hate towards the country. That's basically what he said. And so to me, it's like he's saying, well, no, I got rid of this because it's okay to be racist. So you clearly hear Joe Biden say, no, you're the racist.
Man.
He said, you're the racist, man. This was the craziest first debate I have ever seen in my life. Yeah, it was the craziest. It's asinine.
yeah, that is asinine. Joe Biden called him a racist, the worst president ever,
A
clown. I mean, the insults went on forever, and Trump called him number two. I mean, there was a lot of things that Trump was out there firing back. But
Yeah.
I want to get into the meat and butter of the debate and some of the things Joe Biden did wrong. One of the things Joe Biden did really wrong was he snubbed progressives and Bernie supporters. I mean, he said that he is now the Democratic Party.
What the?
What does that mean?
What does that even mean?
Exactly, and to say that he beat Bernie and that he's now the Democratic Party and that that. I mean, he is not unifying his base, and that's one of the things Donald Trump needs to do. Not Donald Trump, Joe Biden needs to do. Joe Biden already has the middle of the right and the road Republic. What he needs to do is get to the left base, and you don't do that by shunning Bernie Sanders and AOC. If you do that, you are going to lose the base. You lose that part of the base. You lose the election. So don't think just because it's either Donald Trump or Joe Biden. You tried that scenario already, and you saw where that got us Donald Trump again. So Democrats need to change their messaging. You can't try to keep on shunning young voters because it's like, either you have us neoliberalism or you have fascism. The Democrats need to come out with a plan. And one of the things, and Joe Biden kind of stuck to messaging, but he needs to stick to more messaging on how he's going to implement change and how he's going to do change. He needs to not get into this slugfest with Donald Trump, because the more he does that, the more he gets away from messaging and what he can do for the people. One of the good things Joe Biden talked about was he talked about how many people have an empty seat at the table that person's gone due to Corona. That hit 200,000 people. That messaging right there, that messaging is on point. He's saying, we started 2020 with 200,000 people that are not here no more because of a pandemic that could have been avoided if Donald Trump would have just did masks. It's just, it's crazy, man. And he made another good point when he said Donald Trump panicked. He said you panicked, because Donald Trump did panic, because he was fearful to lose the economy, that the so-called great economy that we had. But even Joe Biden said that manufacturing jobs was going down before that. So Joe Biden needs to continue to stay on that messaging, continue to keep on attacking Trump, but on these certain things. That is how he's going to show the people that, hey, I have a message. Hey, I'm getting away from that. I have a COVID plan. So yeah, man.
I believe that Joe Biden probably would have heard more of his plan if he wasn't so interrupted every single chance. Every single time he was asked a question or it was his turn to respond. Trump was just like, it's like he was urging him to, like he was purposely doing it to make him like throw him off his game, to make him forget that what he was going to say. And that happened. That could happen to anybody. You having a conversation or a debate with someone, and they keep like overshadowing you. Like every time it's your turn, he just kept overshadowing him like and he was overshadowing him with stuff that didn't pertain to the question at all. And so when so that means it was purposely done. He had a really good strategy to try to throw Biden off his game, and it kind of worked, to a certain extent. It kind of worked because Biden didn't get to really answer his questions, because while he was answering the actual question that was asked, Trump is over here talking about something else. Wakanda.
Yeah.
Something that didn't amount to that.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's just wild. And Chris Wallace, just seeing Chris Wallace trying to scream, he had to scream at the president during a debate. That has never happened in our whole history of being a country. there has never been a time where a moderator had to yell at a candidate, that candidate being the president. This is asinine the situation we are in. And just more things. Donald Trump told a racist militia group to be on standby. This man is talking openly for racists. We did a story on the show a while back about the Proud Boys and how that's a racist organization and how they killed officers. And so Trump told them to be on standby. I mean, we have let's show this clip. Let's show this clip real quick.
But do it. Well,
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what are you saying?
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it. Do you want to call him? What do you want to call him? Give me a name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
who would
white
you like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud
militia.
Boys, stand back and stand by and stand by. But I'll tell you what.
So we see it right there. He told them to stand back and stand by. You are giving, I'm telling y'all, he is setting it up. And all throughout the debate, he showed how he was setting it up for him to either deny the ballot results or how he's going to try and go the back road. And the back road is with the Supreme Court justice that he's trying to nominate. And it's going to be 2000 all over again, like with the Florida ballots. And when the Supreme Court stopped counting, made a decision to stop counting those ballots, it's the exact same thing. Donald Trump is setting up ways for him to stay in office forever. Either he's doing that through the Supreme Court, or he's going to do that through the Proud Boys and and his base of racist white honkies, or he's going to I mean, it's just crazy to see these things happen, man. And he's already saying that it will take months for us to count to count all the ballots. So what, you're supposed to stay in office until we get done counting the ballots? Of course. And he's already talking about on how November 3rd that they're gonna have the results in, which, you know, that we don't know. We do not know.
Nope. We certainly don't. And I agree, dude, that he is trying to set it up to where he's even if he loses this election, he's not, in his mind, he's not willing to lose. I think that he's planning to not necessarily win, but win, if you know what I mean, by all means necessary. He doesn't strike me as a person that's willing to give up the chair. So the whole dictator thing that we've been talking about, we've been saying it for months now, is showing its face. You know, more and more and more, the closer we get to this election, it's showing its face. And there's a person like Trump, there's no telling what he would do, given that he lose this election or given that he win this election. He doesn't have a plan. He doesn't have a health care plan. He doesn't have a plan for anything. In his mind, it's just going to happen. It's great. Everything's fine. Coronavirus is going away. It's a scary situation, dude. It really is. And you kind of, it almost make me feel sorry for Biden if he does win, because who knows what Trump has planned, man. This man is crazy. He's absolutely crazy. He just disrespected the moderator. He disrespected Biden. He disrespected Biden's son. I mean, come on. I don't know if he was really talking about Bo or not, because he kind of switched up when he seen that it offended Joe a lot. He started talking about the other son. I don't know. He may have been actually talking about Bo, but you know, it's just another stab, you know, that he took at Biden to throw him off his game. And personally, I'm kind of waiting to see what the next debate is going to hold. At the same time, it's embarrassing, dude. It's embarrassing for as a country. It's embarrassing because America's not the only ones watching this debate. Everybody watching this debate because of Trump.
And what it's showing is showing our true colors. It's showing that we're run by a racist, that we are not as competent as that we try to portray ourselves to be. It is bad. This is we are the laughing stock of the whole entire world right now. The world is laughing at us because of Donald Trump and Joe Biden. I mean, like you said, man, even if we get Joe Biden, it's going to bring some change, but is it going to bring the change that we really need and that we really want? I don't know. You got to look at, the past of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. They were both, Joe Biden wrote the 94 crime bill. Even if they do get elected, they need to hear what the people are saying. They need to hear our cries, what our outcall for for change. They need to hear it and address it, because this incremental change is not going to do anything. We want broad strokes. That's how bad things are in America. We need broad strokes. And like I always say on this show, the broad strokes start with you. It starts with you. It starts with people in your community. It starts with getting active, getting out there to vote, rushing to vote. You got to rush to vote. We always talk about that on this show. No voice,
Yes,
no
yes,
vote, no voice.
exactly,
That is fundamental to making real change here in America.
exactly, exactly. And those who get in office, they really have to come to terms and realize that they're getting in office for the people, not for themselves. And it's the same kind of change we've been pushing out there in front of Trump. He just chooses to ignore it because he has his own agenda. So yeah, we definitely need to see some leadership that actually lead for the people. Um, because if not, it doesn't matter which one wins, it's still gonna plummet. It's gonna plummet. So, dude, like I said, it's a scary situation that we're in. Unfortunately, we are in it, and we have to deal with it. And so, one way to deal with it is, they was talking about the mail-in ballots. Uh, Trump is trying to put that on the Democrats, like it's gonna be rigged on their behalf. In reality, Trump has already, he tried to stop the postal workers. He tried to
Yeah.
stop it that way. So he's the one that's actually, he keeps saying, "Oh, this is the most rigged election." That's because you're the one that's rigging it. I mean, come on, you already said it. So we know what he's doing. We know what he's prepared to do because he's let us know. So knowing that, then as many of you guys that can get to the polls, get to the polls. Don't be lazy. Don't be
Don't be
lazy.
late.
This is not the time to be lazy and say, "Oh, well, I can stay at home and just mail it in. I want to mail it in." No, if you can go out to the poll, go out to the polls, because that's where the change is going to happen. That's the only way you can make your vote actually be counted. Because as of right now, the mail-in ballots, we don't know what the outcome of those going to be.
Yeah, exactly. And I want to just give out a little bit of information on voting. The last day to register to vote is October 5th. So guys, we have a couple of more days. Get out there, register to vote. Early voting, I know early voting in Texas begins October 13th. So get
Yeah.
to the polls early, guys. Do not wait around, because it's going to be crowded come election day. It's going to be heavily crowded. So please go there early. Also, if you are done with probation, and if you do have a felony, and if you are done with probation, meaning you have completed everything with the court system and you have nothing else to do with them, then you
You're
can
not on paper
also,
no more.
you're not on papers no more, then
Yeah.
yes, you can vote. I know, oh, I have a felony, I can't vote. No, that's BS, that's bull, that's a Republican talking point. If you are done with your probation sentence and you are done with them off papers, everything, then you can vote. So there is no reason for people not to vote. There is just none at all.
That's right. So get out there, make it happen. And for years, I have been hearing this one thing. Oh, your vote don't matter. Black people's vote don't matter. Trust me, it matters. So just get out there. See, the problem that made that seem like it was somewhat true is because so many black people thought that in the black community, so no one was voting in the black community. But now it's the time to change that and show other black people, the whole entire black community, the white all communities in this
That's the
country,
community.
that all the votes matter. Just like just like I say, all lives matter, all votes matter. But you got to
All
get out
votes
there. And
matter.
you got to get out there and make it happen. Like I said before, don't stay at home and do it. Get out there and make it happen because it does matter. And like you said, Jen, and like our slogan for Rush to Vote is no vote, no voice. If you don't vote, you can't complain later.
Exactly. And this is paramount. This is paramount, guys. We've never been in a predicament like this, so it's paramount that you get out and vote and that your voice be heard. So
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody for watching. I need y'all to kill that like button and subscribe, and be sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any uploads.